They have a crotch zipper and you can pee without taking them off. Are these the best women's hiking pants out there?
Sure, men and women both need to step off the trail when they have to go. That's just good trail etiquette, and it means you're actually a decent human being. But you rarely see men running around in the woods trying to find the perfect bathroom spot. More often than not, they turn their backs and continue the conversation while they're peeing. But that's not the case for women. It's been indoctrinated in us that we need to hide our bits when we go. But there really isn't any way to pee outside with privacy. So we do this weird routine where we dump our packs on the trail and scamper into the woods in the hopes of finding a natural obstacle big enough to block our butts from societal views.
A crotch zipper like the she fly found in these pants is also critical to protect our nether regions from the elements. For starters, winter peeing is a whole separate beast. Not only do you often have to stomp out a flat snow area so the fluffy stuff doesn't catch you in the undercarriage, but it is a straight up battle of the wills to get that urine out of your body when it's so desperately trying to crawl back inside and away from the frigid temperatures. Nothing will give you stage fright like a sub zero day with a negative wind chill.
But they aren't just great in the winter, though. Raise your hand if you've perfected the butt squat while peeing. You know, that weird maneuver when you're in a total squat trying to pee while simultaneously fanning your hand over your butt to keep all the mosquitoes and flies from attacking you in such a vulnerable position. Mm-hmm. I speak from experience on this. The seventh circle of hell does, in fact, include mosquito bites on your butt. Okay, so now we know why we need a pair of pants like the Gnara Go Theirs. But let's talk about whether these specific ones are your best bet. So let's dig into the zipper, which is probably not my best word choice. The Go There pants have a normal front zipper, just like most pants that you already own. So there isn't anything fancy to see there. But it's the second zipper that's winning hearts and bladders everywhere. And this sucker is long. It begins just below the first zipper and wraps all the way up your backside. So what's that mean? When you squat, you're not trying to navigate this tiny little opening. The zipper is definitely big enough for you to do your business without worrying about target practice. And honestly, it's freaking amazing. While it's not totally unique, I found maybe one or two smaller brands with crotch zippers in their pants also. The She-Fly system and the pants are easily the best option out there if you're wanting this zipper to totally change your life. And it's not just the zipper that makes them great pants. Like, yes, the crotch zipper is the highlight, and that's what caught my attention, of course, and I'm sure your attention too. But if they suck as hiking pants in general, the zipper won't make a difference. Good news. The Go There pants don't suck. I'm a big fan of the adjustable length. You can wear them normally as is with a slight boot cut flare so they fall over your hiking shoes and not all weird and bunchy. Or you can cinch the ankle draw cords and pull them up into like a jogger style. I've actually found myself wearing them like this a lot, and I really like it since it keeps extra fabric out of my way so I don't kick it when I hike. I'm also a big fan of the fit. I will die on this hill, but as a gear tester and journalist of nearly 15 years, I've worn almost every pair of hiking pants that exist, and I still think there's a lot of work to be done for women's hiking pants. They're either huge in the waist or tight in the thighs, or they don't have useful pockets, or they gap when you sit down. I could seriously go on and on and on and on. But the Go There pants really have a great fit. When they redesigned the leggings like a year or two ago, they added a bit more length in the inseam and made them with a slightly trimmer cut. This doesn't mean they're tight. There's no stuffed sausages here. But they move really well with your body, and they don't feel weird or bunchy in any important places. Plus, Nara is listening and taking the She-Fly zipper beyond just pants. They launched the Go There hiking shorts a little while ago, and as you can see, they are basically the same in a shorts version. And yes, they have the same crotch zipper. Similar fit, just exposed legs. And right now, they're in the pre-order phase for the Go Free 7/8 leggings, which are honest to God leggings with the crotch zipper. I haven't tried them yet, but they sound like they are smack up my alley. Peeing and leggings are like my happy place. All that said, let's talk about a few drawbacks to these pants because they aren't perfect. First of all, this fabric is thick, and especially during the summer. It's a snag-resistant nylon and spandex combo, which means it's really, really durable. And I can attest to that as I've scrambled over plenty of boulders and logs, and my pants have never pilled even after more than 2 years of wear. But the fabric is thick, and in the summer, it's often too darn hot for me to wear them. That's when shorts come in, of course, but I often prefer pants for protection, and these can get a little bit toasty. Secondly, I'm not entirely sure how to say this. Um, if you're someone who likes to hike commando, no underwear, the zipper may not be your best friend. I'm not a naked hiker, but there are times when I end up on the trail with pants and no underwear. Just don't ask questions. And the zipper didn't feel that great. It didn't rip up my bits or anything, but I could definitely always feel it rubbing against me in a not great way. It was always present, and I certainly wouldn't wear these pants without underwear for a multi day trip. That would just be carnage waiting to happen. Lastly, I'm guessing that a lot of you have heard about PFAS in the news over the last year. Maybe you've paid attention, maybe you haven't. But the gist of it is that PFAS, or perfluorinated alkylated substances, are a group of chemicals known as forever chemicals because they don't easily break down in the environment and are known to be toxic to humans, like carcinogenic, cancer causing, birth defects, the absolute worst kind of stuff. The outdoor industry has used them for years in waterproof and water resistant products, but is now transitioning away from them due to legislative changes. Basically, now that everyone is aware of how bad these chemicals are for us, we're passing laws that say we can't use them, which is forcing outdoor brands to ditch them. As of now, in looking at NARA's website today, it does say that these pants still have PFOAs in them, which is basically a subset group of PFAS. I guess NARA is working on a pair of pants that don't use any PFAS for waterproofing, but that's just conjecture since it's what most of the industry is doing right now. So if you're really trying to stay away from products with PFAS, it is worth noting. You've seen the pants, you've heard my thoughts on them, both good and bad. But now let me show you how to use the Gnara Go There Pants so you don't end up peeing all over yourself. And fair warning, this may get a little weird. Gnara has a whole series of pee poses on their website, so naturally I had to go out and try them all out when I first got the pants. These are my favorites. They call this one the OG squat, the original tried and true stance. And yeah, I mean, it's squatting, just like we've all done. I actually struggle with this one the most after having a second ACL and meniscus surgery about a year ago, but it's still the all-time favorite. Second on the list, let's talk about the tree support move. Find a sturdy tree, lean back a bit, and let the pants design do the rest. It's basically like a wall sit that you used to do in gym class. If you struggle with flexion like I do now, it's a pretty solid option, and it's really handy if you need more stability. The third one, Nara calls this one the patriarchy smasher. Need I say more? Basically, you're going to pee just like the men do, with your stance wide and proud. It's a bit of a power move and feels oddly empowering, but I kind of dig it. This next one isn't on Nara's website, but some girlfriends and I discovered it, and it's kind of awesome. We call this the Captain Morgan. Find a rock, raise a leg, and you're good to go. It doesn't immediately feel like it should work, but I swear it actually does. And it's fantastic for rocky terrain. Lastly, we have the kneel. I'll be honest in saying that this one isn't my favorite. It's just a weird feeling, and I'm still convinced that I'll pee on myself. But I've tried it and I didn't, so it definitely works. And it's a great bet if you're in a crowded area where staying low offers you more privacy, or if it's really windy outside because you're less likely to have the wind catch that pee and blow it all over yourself. So yeah, all in all, the Gnara Go There pants are pretty fan-flipping-tastic. Whether you like them or you don't, and whether you want to spend the money or not, I'm a big fan of talking about and creating solutions for problems and situations that outdoor women have dealt with for years. Just because something has long been a problem doesn't mean it always needs to be. And I am totally here for the way that Nara has tackled this whole peeing outside thing. And truly, the Go There pants and shorts bring some serious convenience and freedom into the backcountry. If you want to check them out yourself, we've included a link below. But please note that this review isn't sponsored. Nara doesn't even know that we're doing it. I just truly love how they're working on solutions for our half of the population. And yeah, it's pretty great to not get caught with my pants down. If you know, you know. And of course, if you like this video and want to hang out more, please remember to subscribe below and give us a thumbs up. And as always, have fun out there.